Hello, hello. And it's time for us to leave our lovely hotel here in the Felice in Boracay and head on a new adventure to Dumaguete is where we're flying to today. So if you're looking at how to get to Dumaguete from Boracay, make sure you watch this video. It's definitely not a direct flight, so it's going to be an interesting journey. There's a couple of plane rides, but first thing we need to do is check out our hotel. We've got our lovely bed, which we're saying goodbye to. Lovely lounge area, our lovely big but messy now bathroom. So we need to head downstairs now and check out of the hotel before we make our way to the port to get to the airport. Super nice when we left. Definitely highly recommend to anyone who's coming here for Felice. It's the #1 hotel to stay in Station 2. And also when you're checking out, get you a tuk-tuk that comes directly to the hotel, so you don't have to walk to the main street and flag them down. So anyway, yeah, we wanted to try, and I think it's like 10 minutes to the port or so. And how much does that cost for the port? 200? Something like that. We reckon 200 to the port, but I'll let you know once we arrive. And we made it to the harbour. 200 pesos in the trike. Then a lot of confusion trying to figure out how to pay for the terminal fee, which is 150 pesos. Then you pay for a boat and another queue, which was
160
for
the boat ride for one person.
Yeah, 160 for the boat ride for one person. Then you have to have your string of tickets to then give to somebody else to then finally get to the boat area where we have the boat over here. And let's get on board with it now. And after getting off the boat and getting the trike, which luckily was included in what we paid for the boat. So how much did you pay for the boat? 160 for the boat plus trike, so it's pretty reasonable. And that brings you straight to the airport, so you don't have to then pay another. It's usually 100 or 150, which is what we paid to get from the airport last time to Cataclan port. And then also they have a kiosk check-in desk Pacific, which, to be honest, I wouldn't bother using, because you go through the kiosk desk, you put your boarding card, you put your baggage tag, but then you have to go to another desk anyway and check in, so it just makes it totally pointless. So yeah, don't use it, just go straight to the check-in desk, because you have to go there anyway. But now we've got a wait here inside of the terminal with my coffee, a nice Starbucks, but it's very hot and it's hot here, so it's making me sweat even more. I'm not sure how long we have. What time's it? Maybe 40 minutes until the gate's supposed to be called from gate 5. Which I can see gate 4, we can't see gate 5, but We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But let's finish these coffees and then I'll give you a quick pan around and show you exactly what the terminal looks like here. Made it on board the flight to Cebu. We didn't have to wait too long in the terminal, it's pretty quick. And also, the plane isn't for lever, so me not checking any of our seat bookings, we ended up with 2 different seats. Reg was supposed to be in B, I was supposed to be in D, but luckily, like on the other flight, pretty quiet, not many people on here again. I guess we're also kind of lucky that there wasn't a repeat of Naga when they cancelled the flight. So at least we're on here anyway, safe. I should be going soon. I don't think it's long to Cebu, like maybe 45 minutes, but I'll let you know once we get to the other end.
Check your surroundings to ensure that you do not leave any of your personal belongings behind.
Thank you. Thank you. And we have arrived here in Cebu. And while we're here, we found in the airport a Cebu lechon restaurant. So it'd be rude not to get some of the best pork that you can get. So let's give this a try and see what it's like. And we also have the gravy. If I could open it. Oh, it looks more like soy sauce, actually. I thought it was gravy, but it's not soy sauce. But anyway, we'll give it a dip. A nice bit of meat. Thumbs up. The best roast pork you're going to get. After a little time in the airport, we finally made it on board the next flight to Dumaguete, which I assume is a short flight. I would expect anyway, I don't think it's very, very far away.
And we're also one of the last ones on the airplane as well, because we didn't realise it was boarding already. So at least it was already semi-full, and it's also pretty quiet as well. So we managed to swap seats and get somewhere that we all sat together, because when we checked in this morning, we didn't actually check any of that stuff out. We just sort of accept the tickets from that kiosk in Boracay, and then got on the plane realising, actually we're not sat next to each other on any of these flights, but they were still really good, and they gave us other seats, so we've managed to get a window, well, I think it's an empty row to ourselves. Anyway, hopefully this won't be a long flight, and then we'll let you know when we get to Dumaguete. Turned out was supposed to be a short journey. Turned up with 2 diversions and coming back to Cebu. So if I turn the camera around, we're currently back at Cebu Airport. Not sure how long, because apparently we might be going back again, but who knows at this point. We'll find out at some point. They're leaving the seatbelt signs on, and they'll update us at some point soon, so I'll let you know. After being stuck here for maybe an hour and getting some water, it's time for attempt number 2. So they've taken me steps away now. Although usually didn't come off the plane anyway, we sat here with all the steam coming down from the air conditioning, which is like being in the CO2 machine. But hopefully this time we'll land at Dumaguete, but we'll wait and see what happens. And after the second attempt to get to Dumaguete, it didn't happen. Flight was aborted. He only attempted once to try and land, and they sacked it off and went straight back to Dumaguete Airport, where we actually managed to get free accommodation after a long queue. We had to pick up our bags, then go in a long queue to get our boarding pass for tomorrow morning, which is now a 6 a.m. flight to Dumaguete. But we've got a night stay at the Belmont Hotel in Mactan, and we got free breakfast and free dinner. So it wasn't too bad. At least something came out of it, I guess. So I guess I can show you a room tour, and you can see exactly what a Cebu Pacific hotel gets you for a delay. But you only get these hotels if you're transferring. If you're not a transferring passenger, then you have to pay for your own accommodation. Or I guess you go home because you'd live in the city that you're flying from. But anyway, I'll show you exactly what the Belmont Hotel room looks like. So we have our bathroom with a nice toilet. First time I've seen any of this. Sink and big shower area. Nice big shower head, other shower heads, different soaps, Belmont soaps. So we've got body wash, conditioner and shampoo. Then we'll come back out into the bedroom. We have a twin bed, and then a desk with a duck, phone, water, and a window, TV. So let's see what the bed feels like, which is pretty small. I'm used to a single bed. I'd rather a double, but I did ask for a double, but they were a bit confused. So I decided not to bother. It's quite comfy, it'll do. I wouldn't complain for a free hotel. It's not bad. But anyway, we'll leave it here for now and we'll continue this journey tomorrow when hopefully we will arrive at Dumaguete, which shouldn't be this painful. It's only, a 45-minute flight from Cataclan to Cebu, then 20 minutes. This turned into a travel day, which started at 10 o'clock this morning and is already, about 13 hours. But is what it is. Right, we'll catch you in the morning. And it's good morning, this journey continues. The time is now 3:48. We've had 3 hours sleep, if that. But the beds are super comfortable. They definitely did the job. But now we need to get downstairs and check out and get back to the airport again and try for attempt number 3 against Dumaguete. So let's see how we get on this morning. Thank you. And we're quickly back through security and back into the terminal again. This time a very quiet terminal. Still pitch black outside, but managed to sleep on the coach because it's only 10 to 5 in the morning. But let's get a coffee and then boarding should be in like an hour, so hopefully this time we'll actually be getting there. At least it was quick to get through the security checks because it's so early, and to drop the bags off again. But let's get a coffee. Made it on board for attempt number 3. So let's see what happens this time. Hopefully the wind's gone so we land, because we got up at such a stupid time this morning. The time is now 6 AM and we started this. What time was the original flight supposed to go?
Yesterday?
Yeah.
4:10.
We started this. Then with a couple of hours sleeping in the dumb one, which was super comfortable to be fair. It was a nice hotel, but not long enough at all. By the time we got to bed it was like 11 o'clock. Alarm went off at 3:30. Let's hope this time we'll actually land. So let's wait and see what happens. It's only a short flight, should only be 20-25 minutes or something like that. The to and going from the attempt yesterday was super quick, getting there and back. So hopefully, fingers crossed, this time we're good. And then I think we'll pretty much be heading straight to the port to get Cebu. So let's find out what we're doing. Journey, we finally arrived in
the DCC, I think it's called hotel. The hotel we were supposed to stay at last time, but obviously never made it. But at least we're here now. So all we've got to do is chill here for a little bit, and then we need to figure out how to get to Siki Hall, which is ocean jet apparently, but apparently they're fully booked, so we need to figure out what possible boats there are to get over there at some point today. So yeah, that's the next point of call, is research this and see what's going on. But before we do that, we've been given breakfast here anyway, so let's go see what the breakfast options are like. Steamed rice, garlic rice, fried chicken, but that's all gone. Sausages. And then we have the coffee station, which is what we definitely need. And after our long journey, we finally made it here to Dumaguete. It took us a hell of a long time, longer than we expected for only 2 short flights. But at least you can get here from Cataclan, hopefully minus a lot of problems that we encountered, but at least you see the problems that can happen when you're flying around in the Philippines, something that could be expected, easy to happen. But anyway, we'll leave this one here for now. I think this has possibly been a long video. So we hope you found this useful. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.